welcome to Shopcat Industries. This week we'll see if I ever got that Lauson RSH fired up. We will take a look at a little bit of progress made on the Maytag washing machine water fountain. It's almost done. And what the heck am I sitting in? Let's take a look at that too. Got a little Craftsman mower here that I sold to a friend last summer. It was running great, and then the primer bulb failed, as these sometimes happen on older machines, and it never ran since. So I'm going to be taking a look at that shortly as well, see if we can find out what failed and get it going again, because it actually runs really nicely. Alright, let's take a quick little walk around. You guys might have noticed last week, you might have spotted this 1979 Ranchero in the background as David drove the Chevette away. And this car actually belongs to him. He purchased it before he bought the Chevette. He contacted me initially if I would be interested in trading, and while this is a very cool car, it is a bit of a project, and I didn't really need another project. I needed some cash to get the F100 going. So he still owns this. He also purchased, while we were test driving the Chevette, 78 Ranchero that's mechanically in better shape than this. So basically, you know, I'll be doing some work on this car over the coming weeks. That side's locked. It's you know, the body's a little rough on both cars, but it's undeniably cool. This one has a 302 automatic. His former mechanic, I guess, told him that the motor was worn out, so I'll be looking at that, make my own decision on that. It's been fitted with some bucket seats out of some other car, so it's mildly customized. Coco, you can't stay in there, buddy. And the console and stuff, so I think I'll be taking those out, putting an original seat from the 79 into this, or from the 78 rather, and I think his plan is to give this to his dad. So it's just a pretty neat car to see sitting here. I like it. Lauson here, I've attached it to the bench with some screws. Benefit of a wooden workbench. Check the oil level, it's good to go. We should have fuel. I'm going to give it a squirt down the neck, and I've got a rope set up here, and let's see, this is the first time I've ever tried to run it, so let's see what happens. Here we go. Much better. Obviously some tidying needed on the hose routing and cable routing, but I think that sounds pretty nice. And that's exactly where the water would come out if you were wringing your clothes. So as you can see, I've had to drill some holes through the tub of this Maytag, which kind of hurts my heart to do, being that it's all original. And that's kind of not reversible. I'd prefer to keep it original or at least reversible. But at the same time, as a restored washing machine, nobody really wants these things. It would sit around forever. Turning it into a fountain, you know, it's going to have value for years to come. So I've made the decision to do that. I'm going to drill another hole, probably there, pass a grommet, pass the cord through, and then my hope is to mount a micro switch in behind this, so that, you know, when a guy actually operates the on-off lever, it's going to actually turn the pump off and on. So that's my hope. I'm going to work on that a little later. Today we have my buddy Rob's lawnmower that's not running. We're pretty certain it's a fuel issue. After the primer bulb failed, it hasn't ran ever since that's been replaced. But nevertheless, going back to basics, spark plug tester. We're going to see if it has spark. Hopefully, we can both see that. That wasn't very steady. Don't mind the blinky light. I don't know why it does that. Turn it off. We may have a harder time getting this thing going than I thought. Rob had mentioned that he had to transport it kind of tipped on its side, and there was some oil coming out, and now you can see maybe that there's oil dripping out. It's really hard to pull over. Feels like it's kind of locking up, so I think our cylinder has filled up with oil. So I'm going to have to pull the spark plug out and try and get some of that oil out. So this has gone from easy to less easy. Very oily. Cylinder is full of oil. Gotta get it out. I was able to fashion a little micro switch on a bracket, and it'll actually fit right behind this plate. And set it in there kinda, so that when we operate the switch for the machine that would have turned it off and on and engaged the drive, this is actually what's going to turn our pump off and on. So I'm pretty excited about that. Alright, moment of truth. Either this will work or I'm about to get electrocuted on film. Oh, yay! Nice. Very cool. Put that other roller in, but it's working.